Want to speak real Russian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at RussianPod101.com.
To master a new language and understand everything as soon as you hear it, to read with just a quick glance and speak smoothly without thinking, you need to review. Here are our top 5 review tactics. Number 1. Listen to examples over and over again. By listening closely and often, you start to pick up the rhythm of a language, as well as correct pronunciation from a native speaker. Use our line-by-line feature that lets you both listen and read along. Use this tool to practice as much as possible. Number 2. Use our voice recording tool to master perfect pronunciation. Record yourself and compare it against the native speaker. If you sound different, then repeat after the native speaker until you're able to match them. Use our voice recording feature, which makes recording super easy. Number 3. Master your recorded conversations. Record conversations and go over them again and again. Master entire conversations and repeat them line by line. Use any of the dialogues available for download on our website. These come with transcripts of the entire conversation. Number 4. Use mobile devices to reinforce previously learned conversations. Constant review is the best way to progress in your language studies. Download the recorded dialogue to your mobile device and incorporate it into your music playlist. Quick reviews throughout the day effectively reinforce what you've learned. Number 5. Read with line-by-line notes. Read along with a native speaker to really master pronunciation and natural intonation. You should start slow at first, then slowly increase your speed. Your pronunciation will become more natural. You will also see that your ability to understand fluent speakers will greatly increase. You'll be able to improve your communication skills using these 5 simple review techniques. Increase your understanding of your target language. And remember, if you're interested in getting all these review tools, sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start reviewing more every day.
Человек. The tricky thing with this word is that in plural, it changes completely. So one man is человек, and many men is люди. Have you seen this man? Вы видели этого человека? Вы видели этого человека? Сказать. To say. Я хочу сказать. I would like to say, and then you keep saying what you want to say. The boss said, blah, blah, blah. Начальник сказал, and then you keep going what exactly he says. Пожалуйста. Please. Or, you're welcome. The difference in please and you're welcome is just the way you say it. For example, Mom, please, I don't want to go to school. Пожалуйста, мама, я не хочу идти в школу. Which we can hear every morning. Or you can say, present, an iPad from my friend is like, спасибо. And they go like, пожалуйста. Like, you're welcome. Pay attention to which word you're using. Смотри за словами. Смотри за словами. Maybe it's not very literal translation, but it means watch your mouth or something like that. Жить. To live. When you introduce yourself and you want to say where you live, exactly which city, which town, which country, or like which district. So, я живу в Москве. I live in Moscow. You can say пока-пока, which means bye-bye. Call me next week. Позвони мне на следующей неделе. Позвони мне на следующей неделе. What do you like to eat? Что ты любишь кушать? Что ты любишь кушать? Я хочу заказать. I would like to order something. Я хочу заказать салат. I would like to order salad. You made up your mind, so you want to order this. So, я хочу. If you want to say it in a more polite way, for example, you're in a very high-end restaurant, and so you want to be polite with the waiter, so you could say, я бы хотел заказать. I would like to order. Я бы хотела заказать чашечку кофе. I would like to order a cup of coffee. That would sound much nicer. Basically the same with the mother. You can say in an official way отец, your father, твой отец. Or you can say in more friendly way твой папа, your father, твой папа. Твой папа любит рыбалку? Does your father like fishing? Твой папа любит рыбалку? Взять, to take. Я могу тебя взять с собой. I can take you with me. Извините. I'm sorry and excuse me. If you say I'm sorry, you can say извините, like you're really sorry about something you've done. But you can say excuse me, like you stepped on somebody's foot in a train. You can say ой, извините. Сестра. Have you met his sister? She is very nice. Ты знаком с его сестрой? Она очень приятная девушка. You can say give me please. Дай мне, пожалуйста. Дай мне, пожалуйста. Or you can say давайте. It's a bit different meaning, means let's do something. Давайте. Давайте пойдем гулять. Let's go for a walk. I'd like to give you a piece of advice. Я хочу дать тебе совет. Yes. Russian people say a lot. Да, 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 да. Yes, 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 yes. I agree. Да, да, да. Take care of your bag. Пожалуйста, смотри за своей сумкой.
Hi! Welcome to Introduction to Russian. My name is Alicia, and I'm joined by...
Hi everyone, I'm Katya.
In this lesson, you'll learn the basics of Russian grammar. Word order refers to the order in which words are structured to form a sentence in a given language. Consider the English sentence, I ate an apple. But first, let's remove the article an here for simplicity, so we're just left with I ate apple. The basic word order for English is subject, verb, object, or SVO for short. If we break down the English sentence, I ate apple, we can see that the subject I is presented first, followed by the verb ate, and then finally the object apple is positioned last. This is the basic word order for sentences in English.
Russian uses the same word order as English, SVO. Парень купил собаку. Парень, the subject, a guy, goes first. Купил, the verb bought, goes second. And собаку, the object dog, goes last. This means that you can create any basic sentence in Russian simply by exchanging the English words for Russian words using a dictionary and still be understood. Isn't that easy?
In fact, Russian word order is much more flexible than English. Compare the following examples. Cats eat mice. If we were to swap the subject with the object, we'd get mice eat cats. As you can see, the SVO word order in English is fixed. Changing the word order changes the meaning of the sentence completely.
Russian, on the other hand, is much more flexible. Starting with the SVO word order, кошки едят мышей. We can swap the subject with the object like we did for English, and yet, мышей едят кошки. The meaning of the sentence remains the same. In fact, we could swap the sentence any which way, and it still wouldn't change the core meaning of the sentence.
Unlike English, Russian doesn't rely on the word order of the sentence to signify if a word is the subject or an object, because it uses special word endings that act as markers to indicate the role of the word in the sentence.
In this example, we use the word ending "ей" in мышей to indicate that mice is the object of the sentence. And so we can move it around anywhere in the sentence and it still be the object.
Now you know how to create basic sentences in Russian, but how do you make a sentence negative?
Negation in Russian is easy. Just add "не", meaning no, before the verb. Он спит. Он не спит. Я знаю. Я не знаю. Unlike English, Russian permits double negatives. So in English, you would say nothing happened. But in Russian, we would say Nothing didn't happen. Ничего не произошло.
You can form many basic negative sentences in Russian by placing no before the verb. Turning a sentence into a question in Russian is even easier than turning it into a negative sentence.
Simply raise your pitch at the end of the question as you would in English.
Unlike English, though, you do not need to rearrange the order of any words. Simply say the sentence and raise the pitch at the end.
Ты понимаешь? Ты понимаешь?
To ask more than yes or no questions, you'll need to learn question words. Some common question words are
Что? Как? Кто? Какой? Когда?
We'll cover more of this in future lessons on Russian grammar. Well done! Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned. In this lesson, you learned that Russian sentences can be formed using an SVO word order, just like English. Additionally, Russian uses markers to indicate the role of a word in a sentence, which allows the word order to be much more flexible. You make a negative sentence by adding no before the verb. And to create basic questions in Russian, simply add a question mark and raise your pitch at the end of a sentence. We've covered only the absolute basics of Russian grammar. If you're interested in learning more, check out our Russian in 3 minutes video series. In that course, we teach you useful phrases while covering the fundamentals of Russian grammar, and each lesson is only 3 minutes long. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
Bye!
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ask a Teacher. I'm Lina, and I'm here to answer the most common questions you send us about the Russian language. And the question for today is, what are the differences between Russian and English sentence structures? The most obvious difference between Russian and English sentence structure is word order. English has a fixed order of subject, verb, and object. Russian is a lot more flexible. In Russian, you can place an object both before and after the verb. Take the sentence I don't know him. Я не знаю его. Here, его, him, is an object. It can be placed before the verb Я его не знаю, after the verb Я не знаю его, and even in the very beginning of the sentence Его я не знаю. All these sentences would be perfectly grammatically correct and would mean one and the same thing. At first, it may seem simple and even convenient to be able to switch the words around. However, the reason Russian sentences make sense, no matter how you shuffle the words around, is that the words themselves carry a lot of grammar nuances. If you need to convey a grammar nuance, you make a change to the word, not the whole structure. And this change can be made with the help of suffixes, prefixes, or endings. Almost all Russian words can be changed. Let's see how Russian nouns can be changed. Russian nouns decline depending on 6 grammar cases. You decline a noun when you need to change it from its initial or nominative form to some other form. For example, the word палочки, chopsticks, is an initial form. It can be used in a sentence like this. Вот мои палочки. Here are my chopsticks. To say that you eat sushi with chopsticks, you change the word палочки into палочками. I eat sushi with chopsticks. Я ем суши палочками. So you take out the ending «и» and replace it with the ending «ами». Палочки палочками. Палочками is an instrumental case of the word палочки. As you can see, the change is made with the help of an ending, not with the help of preposition, as in English. Nouns can also change according to gender, masculine, feminine or neuter, and according to number, singular or plural. Adjectives and some pronouns can undergo the same changes as nouns. But don't you be scared. In some ways, Russian is even easier than English. First, there are no articles in Russian, as opposed to English, and some other languages like Spanish or French, which even have gender articles. Secondly, there are only 3 verb tenses in Russian, a lot fewer than English has. In English, in the present tense, for an action that happens regularly, you'd say, I played basketball. And for an action that is happening right this moment, you'd say, I am playing basketball. In Russian, instead of these two structures, you only need to use one. Я играю в баскетбол. And then you can specify. Я играю в баскетбол каждый день. I play basketball every day. И я играю в баскетбол сейчас. I'm playing basketball right now. Another thing that makes learning Russian is just a bit easier is that there are no auxiliary verbs in Russian. Words like do, have, or be. Of course, we do have all these basic words in Russian. The thing is that they don't act like auxiliaries in the sentences. In English, if you need to make a negative out of a statement, you need to carefully choose the right form of the auxiliary verb, do, for example, and make changes to the word order. So, he liked ice cream in its negative form becomes he didn't like ice cream. We like ice cream becomes we don't like ice cream. And the baby likes ice cream becomes the baby doesn't like ice cream, and so on. In Russian, all you need to do is use one and the same word не, which can be translated into English as not. This word не can be placed in front of any word in the sentence, and that alone will make the sentence negative. So, он любил мороженое. He liked ice cream. Он не любил мороженое. He didn't like ice cream. Мы любим мороженое. We like ice cream. Мы не любим мороженое. We don't like ice cream. Ребенок любит мороженое. The baby likes ice cream. Ребенок не любит мороженое. The baby doesn't like ice cream. Easy. Lastly, just like with negatives, to turn a statement into a question, in English, you need to change the entire structure. In Russian, all you need to change is intonation. So in English, you are going to work tomorrow becomes are you going to work tomorrow? In Russian, you don't have to move the words around. All you need to do is change your intonation and the statement becomes a question. Like this. Ты идешь на работу завтра. You are going to work tomorrow. Ты идешь на работу завтра? Are you going to work tomorrow? So how was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do send me some more questions about the Russian language usage, and I'll be happy to answer them. До встречи! See you soon! Hello everyone, Lena here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Russian questions. The question for this lesson is, how hard is it to learn Russian? The Foreign Service Institute, or FSI, created a scale to show how long it takes to get to professional level proficiency in speaking a foreign language for a native English speaker. Russian is a Category 3 language. That means it has significant differences from English. It takes a bit longer to learn than, say, Spanish or Italian, which have very similar writing systems to English. According to this scale, Russian takes approximately 44 weeks, or 1,100 hours of study, but this will of course vary from person to person. The hardest part about Russian is grammar. There are many factors you have to consider when making a sentence, such as gender, number, suffixes and prefixes. With nouns, we have to be mindful of how they decline depending on the 6 Russian cases. With verbs, you have to be mindful of the imperfective and perfective forms, which are verb aspects that indicate whether an action is ongoing or has already been completed. For example, the word dog is feminine, собака, and the word cat is masculine, кот. If you want to say, I love my dog and I love my cat, you'll have to use different endings for the nouns. Я люблю свою собаку, but я люблю своего кота, respectively. You can see that even the pronoun my, свой, will change for these sentences because of the animals' genders. But there are many things about learning Russian that are easier than you think. Here are a couple of other facts about Russian that you will like. First, there are not many exceptions or special cases, such as irregular verbs or strange spellings. Also, there's no strict word order in Russian. And even if you're not familiar with Russian grammar, you can put the words in the sentence in almost any order, and a native Russian speaker should be able to understand you. So Russian, just like any other language, has its own difficulties. But if you give it time and dedication, you should be well on your way to getting where you want to be. Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. До встречи! See you soon! Hi everyone, Lena here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Russian questions. The question for this lesson is: what is verb conjugation and what to consider when conjugating a verb? Verb conjugation is a change in the form of the verb depending on the number and person. Just like in English, there are 3 grammatical persons in Russian. For singular, they are я, I, ты, you, он, она, оно, he, she, it. For plural, they are мы, we, вы, you, они, they. So, to conjugate a verb, you need to change their personal ending. For example, я люблю читать. I like to read. Он читает. He reads. Дети читают. The children are reading. If we know how to conjugate the verb, we can avoid spelling mistakes, which are common in the unstressed personal endings of the verbs. For example, the verb читаете. You are reading. Which is the right vowel to put here? Ye or e? In rapid speech, ye and e in the unstressed position sound the same. But if you know the right conjugation of the verb читать, you wouldn't hesitate. Ye is the right vowel to put here. Читаете. In Russian, there are 2 conjugations. The vowel ye is mostly used in the endings of the first conjugation verbs. The vowel e is mostly used in the endings of the second conjugation verbs. Let's explore the typical endings of the first conjugation verbs. First person singular, у, you. Second person singular, ешь, ешь. Third person singular, ед, ет. First person plural, ем, ем. Second person plural, ете, ете. Third person plural, ут, ют. Now let's take a look at the typical endings of the second conjugation verbs. First person singular, у, you. Second person singular, иш. Third person singular, it. First person plural, им. Second person plural, ите. Third person plural, at, ят. Let's conjugate the verb читать, meaning to read, which is a first conjugation verb in Russian. Я читаю, I'm reading. Ты читаешь, you are reading. Он читает, he is reading. Мы читаем, we are reading. Вы читаете, you are reading. Они читают, they are reading. So the pattern here is to remove the ending т from the infinitive form of the verb you'll find in a dictionary and add the appropriate ending of the first conjugation. The infinitives of the first conjugation verbs usually end in ать, ять, оть, еть, уть, and so on. Let's move to the second conjugation verbs and conjugate the verb учить, which means to teach, to learn, or to study. Я учу, I teach. Ты учишь, you teach. Он учит, he teaches. Мы учим, we teach. Вы учите, you teach. Они учат, they teach. The pattern here is once again to remove the ending it from the infinitive form of the verb and add the appropriate ending of the second conjugation to the remaining base uch. Most verbs ending in it are the second conjugation verbs. There are a few exceptions, such as the verbs брить, to shave, and слышать, to hear. Now you can easily conjugate the verbs by looking up their infinitive forms in the dictionary and making changes to the endings. The verbs in different aspects and moods conjugate in the same way. For example, if you come across the verb прочитаете, you shouldn't be confused by the prefix про in front of the verb читаете. You should just look up the infinitive form of the verb прочитать and conjugate it in the same way you would conjugate the verb читать. The trick's done. Conjugating verbs may seem difficult, but starting practicing with the basic verbs will certainly make you proficient and confident in a short time. Pretty interesting, right? If you have more questions, leave them in the comments below. До встречи! See you soon!
Top 10 phrases to never use in a relationship. Let's check it out. Я тебе говорила. Я тебе говорила. I told you so. Я тебе говорила. Я тебе говорила. А я тебе что говорила? I told you so. Ладно, без тебя обойдусь. Ладно, без тебя обойдусь. Oh, I'll do it myself. Ладно, без тебя обойдусь. Oh, I'll do it myself. If a girl tells you, I'll do it myself, you have to do everything you can to do it for her. Otherwise, it's the end of relationship. Ты меня никогда не слушаешь. Ты меня никогда не слушаешь. You never listen to me. Ты меня никогда не слушаешь. Ты меня никогда не слушаешь. Hello? You never listen to me. I guess it's comes to the times when the guys are watching TV and the girl is talking to them about something important at the same time. So let's avoid that. Нам надо поговорить. We should talk. Нам надо поговорить. Нам надо поговорить. We should talk. Неважно. Неважно. Never mind. Неважно. Never mind. Means it's very, very important. Это все ты виноват. Это все ты виноват. It's all your fault. Это все ты виноват. Это все ты виноват. This is all your fault. I just broke my heel. This is all your fault. You invited me to the date. Unbelievable. Ненавижу, когда ты так делаешь. Ненавижу, когда ты так делаешь. I hate it when you do that. Ненавижу, когда ты так делаешь. Ненавижу, когда ты так делаешь. I hate it when you do that. Твои друзья мне не нравятся. Твои друзья мне не нравятся. I don't like your friends. Твои друзья мне не нравятся. Твои друзья мне не нравятся. I don't like your friends. Я думаю, нам нужен перерыв. Я думаю, нам нужен перерыв. I think we should take a break. Я думаю, нам нужен перерыв. I think we should take a break. От тебя помощи не дождешься. От тебя помощи не дождешься. You never help me. От тебя помощи не дождешься. От тебя помощи не дождешься. You never help me. Never. 5 tongue twisters. It will improve your pronunciation so much that you will speak like native Russian. Let's begin. Let's begin. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. Carl stole corals from Clara, and Clara stole from Carl his clarinet. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. No! Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Карла у Клара украла кларнет. Oh my god, almost there! Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Карла у Клара... No. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Карла у Клары... Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Карла у Клара... No. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. Карл у Клары украл кораллы, а Клара у Карла украла кларнет. Yes! Carl stole corals from Clara, and Clara stole from Carl his clarinet. You get it now? Шла Саша по шоссе и сосала сушку. Шла Саша по шоссе и сосала сушку. Sasha walked along the highway and sucked сушка. Шла Саша по шоссе и сосала сушку. Yes! Sasha walked along the highway and sucked сушка. You know what сушка? It's бублик. It's like a round, tough, hard one. Шла Саша по шоссе и сосала сушку. На дворе трава, на траве дрова. На дворе трава, на траве дрова. In the courtyard there is grass. On the grass there is firewood. На дворе трава, на траве дрова. In the courtyard there is a grass. On the grass there is firewood. In the courtyard there is grass. On the grass firewood. На траве трава, на траве дрова. Кукушка купила кукушонку капюшон. Надел кукушонок капюшон. В капюшоне кукушонок смешон. Кукушка купила кукушонку капюшон. Надел кукушонок капюшон. В капюшоне кукушонок смешон. The cuckoo bought a hood for her little cuckoo. Little cuckoo put on the hood. Little cuckoo in the hood looks ridiculous. Кукушка купила кукушонку капюшон. Надел кукушонок капюшон. В капюшоне кукушонок смешон. The cuckoo bought a hood for her little cuckoo. Little cuckoo put on the hood. Little cuckoo in a hood is ridiculous. Кукушка купила кукушонку капюшонок. Надел кукушонок капюшон. В капюшоне кукушонок смешон. Говорил попугай попугаю. Я тебя, попугай, попугаю. Отвечает ему попугай. Попугай, попугай, попугай. Говорил попугай попугаю. Я тебя, попугай, попугаю. Отвечает ему попугай. Попугай, попугай, попугай. One parrot said to another parrot, I'll scare you, parrot. The parrot answers him, Scare me, scare me, scare. Говорил попугай попугаю, я тебя попугаю, попугаю, отвечает ему попугай, 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 попугай. One parrot said to another parrot, I'll scare you, parrot. Other parrot answers him, Scare me, scare me, scare me. The twist song is that papagay and papagay means the parrot and scare me sounds the same. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it just sounds funny.
Want to speak real Russian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at RussianPod101.com.
Человек. Man. Человек. The tricky thing with this word is that in plural, it changes completely. So one man is человек, and many men is люди. Have you seen this man? Вы видели этого человека? Вы видели этого человека? Год. Year. The year has passed so quickly. Год пролетел так быстро. Год пролетел так быстро. Время. Time. This noun we're gonna use a lot of times. Every time you want to know what time it is now. So, excuse me, what time is it now? Извините, который сейчас час? Которое сейчас время? Again, when you ask for time, you can use two synonym words, nouns in Russian, which is время, as we just learned, and час, literally means hour. Рука, hand. Рука, hand. One hand, two hands, руки. Give me your hand. Дай мне свою руку. Дай мне свою руку. Имя. Name. What's your name? Как тебя зовут? Как тебя зовут? How people call you literally, which means by name. I hope it's not confusing for you. Раз. Time. When counted. When we're counting something, one time, two times, three times. Сколько раз ты ходишь в зал? How many times do you go to a gym? Деньги. Money. In Russia, we show this from money. Деньги. So if you see somebody showing you this sign, it means they want some money from you. Give me some money. Дай мне деньги. Дай мне деньги. Жизнь. Life. Life is so good. Жизнь прекрасна. You can use that when you feel good, when you feel happy. So you can say, жизнь прекрасна. Life is good. День. Day. What a great day. Какой прекрасный день. What day is it today? Какой сегодня день? Голова. Head. Голова. One head is good, but two is better. Одна голова хорошо, а две лучше. Одна голова хорошо, а две лучше. Друг. Friend. Hello, my friend. Здравствуй, мой дорогой друг. Дом. Home. Welcome to my home. Добро пожаловать в мой дом. Добро пожаловать в мой дом. Слово. Word. Pay attention to which word you're using. Смотри за словами. Смотри за словами. Maybe it's not very literal translation, but it means watch your mouth or something like that. Место. Place. Okay, let's pick the place for meeting. Давай выберем место для встречи. Давай выберем место для встречи. That's a great place to have a cup of tea. Это отличное место для чашечки кофе. Лицо. Face. Face. Лицо. Your face looks familiar. Твое лицо мне знакомо. Твое лицо мне знакомо. Неделя. Week. Call me next week. Позвони мне на следующей неделе. Позвони мне на следующей неделе. Нога. Leg. Or legs. Ноги. Now you have nice legs. У тебя красивые ноги. You have nice legs. У тебя красивые ноги. Мать. Мама. Mother. I really like talking to your mother. Мне очень нравится общаться с твоей мамой. Okay, мать is more like official way of saying it when you don't know whose mother we're talking about. But mama is more like friendly and personally if you really know your friend's mother in person. So you can say your mother, твоя мама. Отец, папа, father. Basically the same with the mother. You can say in the official way отец, your father, твой отец. Or you can say in more friendly way твой папа, your father, твой папа. Твой папа любит рыбалку? Does your father like fishing? Твой папа любит рыбалку? Месяц, month. This word in two different meanings. One is, as I just mentioned about, month. And another one is the moon. The young moon is месяц. When it's not full moon, but the young kind of shape like it's eating cheese. Today we're talking about the month of the year. Месяц года. What month of the year is it now? Какой сейчас месяц года? Час. Hour. Basically, when somebody is asking you what time is it now, they're asking which hour is it now. So they can ask you, который сейчас час? What time is it now? Который сейчас час? It is 5 o'clock now. Сейчас 5 часов. In plural, it's changing a little bit, so it becomes часы. And again, it could be tricky because часы, the word, the noun часы, could be used for watch. Сестра, sister, сестра. Have you met his sister? She is very nice. Ты знаком с его сестрой? Она очень приятная девушка. Брат, brother. Please come, I will introduce you to my brother. Приходи, я познакомлю тебя со своим братом. Вода, water. I'm so thirsty, please give me some water. Я умираю от жажды, дай мне воды. Сумка, bag. Please take care of your bag. Пожалуйста, смотри за своей сумкой. Страшный, scary. Does it look like scary? This movie is so scary. Этот фильм очень страшный. I shouldn't say it with a smile on my face, but большой, big, big. I love watching большой балет. You know? You cannot say it's big ballet. Literally, the people who likes ballet, they know that there is a very famous ballet in Moscow, which is called Большой балет. Большой балет. So you cannot translate it as a big ballet. You have to still say it большой балет. Okay? Let's go watch большой балет. For example, bring me that big basket. Принеси мне эту большую корзину. Принеси мне ту большую корзину. Быстрый, fast. Быстрый. Fast and quick is the same. In Russian is быстрый. Run as fast as you can. Беги так быстро, как только можешь. Беги так быстро, как только можешь. Sometimes when the people want to rush you and do something really quick, they can tell you, быстро, быстро. Like quick, quick, fast, fast, move, you know. Быстро, быстро. Move your legs. Медленный. Slow. Медленный. Why are you so slow? Почему ты такой медленный? Простой. Simple. It's not that simple. Все не так просто. I like this skirt. It's very simple. Мне нравится эта юбка. Она очень простая. Высокий. High. Tall. Высокий. You're so tall. Ты такой высокий. Or you can say, giraffe is so tall. Wow. Жираф такой высокий. Главный. Main. Main menu. Or you can also use this adjective for meaning that there is a person higher than you. Like, for example, your boss or your manager, executive manager, somebody like that. So you can ask, when you want to ask who is in charge here, you can ask, кто здесь главный? Which means, who is the main person here? I need to talk to, the boss of the boss. So, who is in charge? Кто главный? Сильный. Strong. Strong. I'm not that strong. Я не очень сильная. This singer has a very strong voice. У этой певицы очень сильный голос. Длинный. Long. My nose is too long. Мой нос очень длинный. His hair is quite long. У него довольно длинные волосы. Добрый. Kind. He was so kind to me. Он был очень добр ко мне. Злой. Mean. Mean. He's so mean. Or she's so mean. I don't know why. Она такая злая, я не знаю почему. Она очень злая. She is very mean. Горячий. Hot. Hot drinks, hot food, or literally things that are hot. And you can also use for someone you find somebody hot, you know. So you can say, she's hot. Wow, она горячая. Or you can say, ой, this tea is hot. Ой, этот чай горячий. In Russian, instead of ouch, we say ой or ай. Ай, ой. Холодный. Cold. Winters in Russia are super cold. Русские зимы очень холодные. Okay. Первый. First. Okay, move. I came first. Уйди. Я пришел первый. Grannies are queuing in a shop for something, in a store. They can be arguing who was first and who left the queue and then came back, so they talk about it a lot, like, oh no, I was first. Нет, я первая. So it's funny to watch. First time I saw this movie. Первый раз я посмотрела это кино. Плохой. Bad. Mostly we use it as not so bad. How are you? Not bad. Как дела? Неплохо. So bad is плохо or плохой, but not bad is неплохо. Не means not. How was your surgery? Как прошла операция? It was really bad. Очень плохо. Известный. Famous. Известный. She dreams to be famous. Она мечтает быть известной. Famous. Она мечтает стать известной. Her dream is to become famous. Последний. Latest. Literally, последний means last. Something that comes last. For example, you can use it when you haven't seen your friend for a while. Последний раз я тебя видел было зимой. Last time I saw you, it was in winter. Your mom can tell you, last time I talked to you, it was 2 weeks ago. Последний раз, когда я с тобой говорила, это было 2 недели назад. So she's kind of complaining. Короткий. Short. I have short hair. У меня короткие волосы. My holiday was too short. Мои выходные были очень короткие. Of course you want your holidays to last longer. Красивый. Beautiful. This picture is so beautiful. Эта фотография такая красивая. Сложный. Difficult. This task is very difficult. Это задание очень сложное. For example, you can say you're reading a book and it's too difficult for your understanding. So you can say, this is so difficult. Это очень сложно. Or this book is too difficult. Эта книжка очень сложная. Легкий. The next adjective is light. This conversation is really light. Этот разговор очень легкий. Literally means that somebody or something is really light, like weight. So, for example, this computer is really light. So, этот компьютер очень легкий. Or you can use it as a meaning that somebody, it's easy to talk to someone or easy to communicate. So you can also say light, легкий. Our conversation started easily, which means наш разговор начался легко. So it's without any thinking, just, natural. Хороший, good. As you hear Russian people communicating, they say it a lot. When somebody asks them, how are you? They say хорошо. And then as okay, they can also use хорошо. So every time I want to confirm that, yes, I listened to you, I heard what you said, and okay. So I can say хорошо. Хорошо, хорошо, хорошо. So we use it a lot. This movie was really good. Этот фильм был очень хороший. Очень хороший фильм. Or очень хорошая книга. Or очень хороший кофе. coffee, very good coffee, right? So, which means it's really good, хороший. Отдаленный, far. As many other Russian adjectives, they are easily transformed into adverbs. So, for example, the far in English doesn't change, but in Russian, the adjective отдаленный can change into adverb. The Russian adjective far can change into adverb, which sounds a bit different, далеко. So if I use an adjective, I can say, this shop is a bit far from my home. Этот магазин отдален от моего дома. But if I want to say an adverb, I should say, in English it doesn't really change. But in Russian it would sound a bit different. This shop is a bit far from my home. So, магазин далеко от моего дома. Этот магазин немного далеко от моего дома. For this adjective, we mostly use it in the adverb. I can see really far. Я могу смотреть очень далеко. Я могу видеть очень далеко. Also, this adjective you can use if there is a person living with you, for example, or your best friend, but you can see that in his thoughts he's somewhere not with you. So you can say he's отдаленный. He's somewhere away from me, you know? So you can say, I don't know why, he's really far in his thoughts. Я не знаю почему, но он очень отдаленный от меня. So, which means he doesn't pay attention to who is next to this person. Маленький, small, small. For example, this world is really small. Наш мир очень мал. Наш мир очень маленький. Скучный, boring. So, for example, this speech is too boring. Эта речь очень нудная or скучная. Эта речь очень скучная. So yes, you can use instead of скучный, which is boring, one more word. It's same meaning, but it sounds a bit different, and it sounds like that. Нудный, нудный. Скучный, нудный. Basically same meaning. He is so boring. Он такой нудный. Maybe it's used more for describing people and somebody's character. Счастливый, happy. Счастливый, happy. Счастливый. There is actually CH, well, Russian CH, sch, but it sounds more like sh. So you say счастливый. Happy. My friend is happy to meet me. Мой друг счастлив меня встретить. Добрый. Kind. Добрый. Kind. Oh, you're so kind. Ой, ты такой добрый. You're so kind to me. Ты так ко мне добра. Thank you, спасибо. Замечательный. Great. Замечательный. Great. It's a bit longer than English version. You just say great here, great there. But in Russian, no, you use it only something is really great. So you say, замечательно. Замечательный. Today is a great day. Сегодня замечательный день. Красивый. Beautiful. Красивый. Beautiful. So make someone happy and tell them they're beautiful. Oh, она такая красивая. She's so beautiful. Or, these flowers are so beautiful. Эти цветы такие красивые. Нравится. To like. Нравится. Like. I like to hang out with you. Мне нравится гулять с тобой. Мне нравится с тобой гулять. Смешной. Funny. Смешной. Funny. Ты такой смешной. You're so funny. Ты такой смешной. Or, in case of a girl, ты такая смешная. You're so funny, girl. Энергичный. Lively. Energetic. Энергия is energy. Your friend is so energetic. Твой друг такой энергичный. Like maybe you're like looking at him and he's dancing 3 hours straight and you're like, твой друг такой энергичный. Your friend is so energetic. Wow, full of energy. Восторженный. Excited. Восторженный. Excited. I was so excited to watch you dance. Я была восторжена, когда увидела, как ты танцуешь. I was so excited when I saw you dancing. Я была восторжена твоим танцем. Позитивный. Positive. Позитивный. Positive. I try to stay positive all the time. Я стараюсь быть позитивной все время. Я стараюсь быть позитивной постоянно. Расслабленный. Relaxed. Расслабленный. Relaxed. I'm very relaxed right now. Я очень расслаблен сейчас. Somebody's giving you a massage, you can say, oh, I'm so relaxed. Я так расслаблен.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.